Well, hey, everybody. Joe Stangl with Fully Funded Life here. And apparently, I'm going to be doing some reaction videos that my team has set up for me. I have no knowledge of these. I'm told some are financial and some are not. So let's roll it.
I spoke at a college tonight, which is something I really enjoy doing. That's why I'm like dressed so fancy. Sometimes on my way out of those events, somebody will give me like a note.
Wow.
And I read this note and it made me cry. When you write a book, you're alone in it. You know, I'm sitting in my basement for years writing. And it's sort of like that children's pool game, Marco Polo. You know that game where one person has their eyes closed and they say, Marco, 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 and the other people have to say Polo, and you try to find them. It's kind of like that. Like you're sitting in your basement and you're just saying Marco, Marco, Marco for years. And then if you're exceptionally lucky, someday the book comes out and somebody somewhere says Polo. And if you're luckier still, years after you finish writing the books, people are still saying Polo. Anyway, notes like this just mean the world to me because, you know, I think about all that time I spent trying to write the story and trying to do right by it and do right by the characters. And this is a way of saying you did what you were trying to do. So thank you, everyone at Loyola Marymount University and everyone who was there tonight, but especially Riley.
Well, I mean, it is the truth. Any person who has written a book, and I would put it larger than that, it would be anybody who's expressed the art that is within them, knows what it's like to be in the silence, expressing that art, rethinking the art, trying to figure out how to communicate it in a way that people will get it and receive it in the way that it was intended. And then when you have that magical moment where it connects and finds its intended audience, there's nothing better than that. It really is a connection to the deepest part of your soul. And so I totally understand what literally John Greene is experiencing there. And that's incredible. I'm so glad that somebody took the moment to share with you. There's nothing greater than that.
Wait, how much is it?
It's 23.
$23 for Gatorade and Pepsi. It's okay. You got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, it wouldn't be the first.
I just was shook when you said 23 for. That's crazy. Thank God I got rich friends. Thank God. Oh, a receipt. Yeah. Thank you. Thank God for rich friends. $23. What? How much? $9? Are you kidding me? That is ridiculous.
There's a service charge on that too, I noticed. That's incredible. I mean, listen, if you're going to go to any sports event or any gathering at a concert or anything, you have to understand localized inflation is going to happen. It's just going to happen. Supply, demand, and price gouging is going to exist at any and all times, and they will price to resistance. Everybody's going to make money. And so that's just the way it is. I think it's hilarious that they're posting it. You know, they're at the Super Bowl in Vegas and they want us to really be sad for them that they're paying extra high prices. I mean, you're going to the Super Bowl. You're going to pay extraordinarily high prices.
All right, Jackson, I'm seeing here that you're paying $320 a month in subscriptions. We're going to need to get this down.
I know we do, Mr. Accountant. I just don't know where to start.
Okay, you've got Netflix, Stan, Disney, Binge, Apple, Paramount, Amazon, and Crunchyroll.
Oh yeah, they all need to stay.
They all need to stay?
Each of those offers like one or two things I like.
You're paying for just about everything ever made to be watchable at all times.
Yeah.
You could probably like stagger them so you subscribe to one and then watch everything on there and then subscribe.
Not gonna happen. Let's move on.
Okay, I see here that you have Spotify Premium and you also have YouTube Premium, which also offers a music streaming service.
I love YouTube Premium, but I'll never listen to music not on Spotify.
Even after they didn't renew your podcast last year.
A free soul holds no grudges, Lachlan.
It says you've got DoorDash Premium. What's that?
I think it gets my deliveries cheaper. That one pays for itself.
I would just say this, spend all you want on subscriptions, just get all you want. Can somebody please bring back a linear option where it's all in one spot? I mean, that's where we're going to go back. I've already game planned this out. We're going to get it all into 500 different buckets, and then somebody's going to come up with this amazing idea to have it all in one place again. And that's going to be the winner. But I would just say this, people spend so much time and money investing their two most precious resources, time and money, on stuff that will not help them advance financially. In fact, it will do the exact opposite. So if you have all that and you're not prospering, why not cancel all of it? Just say adios. And I mean, for real, help him, Jesus.
So we are about to pull up to a property is in our budget, in our price range. We're super excited. Eli, are you excited to see this?
This is going to be a dump. This is going to be like a small chicken house.
Here. This is it. Let's go check out this new house. Ready?
He does not want to go.
I'm just amazed.
Here we are in our price
There we
range
go.
and everything.
Nailed it.
The site said move in ready. This is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house.
Oh my
pretty
word.
nice space. Pretty nice space.
Well, it speaks to a much larger issue, and the affordability of housing is a complete, unmitigated disaster. Not only does it not exist, you cannot get builders to even pay attention to building it because so many people are willing to pay the big bucks for big giant homes. And so if you really want to solve one of the biggest crises in the nation, really worldwide, affordable housing, approachable housing, so that first-time home buyers can actually have that dream and fulfill it, it's got to happen. That right there is just an amplified version of how bad it really is.
The millennials and Gen Zers who are complaining that they can't buy a house are not working for minimum wage. These are people making $60, $70,
I made
$80,
$3.35 an
$90,000 a
hour.
year who can no longer afford a house. But minimum wage workers
Cleaning
are also
confinement
complaining because
hog
they can't
buildings.
afford rent. If you look back to 1980, the rent was $243.
Yep.
Minimum wage was $3.10, meaning your monthly gross was $496. So to rent this apartment, it would be 48.9% of your gross
Took
income.
80
back in
hours to
1980.
produce
So let's fast forward to
pre-tax
2024.
income
The
to pay
average
rent.
is $17.47. The federal minimum wage is $7.25, giving you $11.60. You can't even get an apartment with the federal minimum wage, but let's be generous and double the federal minimum wage because people at Walmart and fast food joints are making $14.50 to $15. So $14.50 would bring you to $23.20. So technically you're making more, but this is your gross, and it'd be 75% of your gross income, making double the federal minimum wage in 2024. But let's take it even a step further. ZipRecruiter said that the starting pay for college graduates is $24 an hour. So that would be $38.40 a month. So someone with a bachelor's degree could afford this one-bedroom apartment, but it would be 45.4% of their gross income. A college graduate is spending the same amount of their income on rent as the minimum wage worker in 1980 did. Roughly the same. And the minimum wage worker in 1980 put on a hat, learned skills for 2 weeks, and started their job. A bachelor's degree spent 4, 5, 6 years of their life in school and $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, and now have to spend the same amount of money on rent as a minimum wage worker did in 1980.
Well, I would just say he jumps off the rails there because I would say move. I mean, we have 26 apartments and the max rent on any of them is $750 a month. So, and it's in a pretty large city. So, and in a good area, safe area, great area. Lots of families live in it. So I would just say, move, just move, change your place. They say a change of place plus a change of pace will change your perspective. And that's where that money breaks down. You can pick and choose any statistic to make something seem out of whack. But let me tell you something. You can still prosper in almost every area of this country except for the most desirable of desirable places. But you have to make some sacrifices, and sometimes that requires moving. But you know how you can make sure it works? Have a budget and follow a budget. Can I just see it one more time? Oh, I wish this was not true. If you follow any of my Instagram channels, you know I post a picture of every jet that I fly on. I fly a lot of American Airlines simply because it's got the most convenient routes for where I live in the Carolinas. They have a headquarters, a hub in Charlotte. So they have a lot of Airbuses. I've been glad to fly a bunch of Airbuses. I cannot believe Boeing continues to shoot themselves in the foot. This door of this refrigerator just fell off because it's not even attached. They are saying that they have pictures of that door plug having no bolts inserted, and they have pictures of it that Boeing took, and they flew it dozens and dozens of times with no bolts installed. That is so basic and so horrible and so terrible that the FAA is saying they're moving inspectors on site. And it looks like, here at Boeing, they need some inspectors for their fridge too. Get fired up. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this. I love watching these reaction videos. Hey, if you take a minute to click thumbs up, leave a comment. Is there any other videos you'd like to see our reaction to? Leave a link to it. We'd love to be able to serve you in that way. Hey, see us around for some more reaction videos. Get fired up. Hey everybody, Joe Sangl here. Thanks so much for watching this video. Hey, I encourage you to click the links that are provided to watch a lot of more helpful content that'll help you live your fully funded life. Thanks for being a part of our community.